Today I'm going to be ranking the greatest WWE rivalries. And I found this from Santi's app, so I'll link him in the description. But I'll just get right into it. Play number of choices, we'll do 64. Okay, so the first one, Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold or The Miz versus Daniel Bryan. Come on now. It's Vince and Stone Cold. Miz, I can't even remember anything from this. But this one had its own, like, everyone knows this one. What's the next one? Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus The Shield Evolution. Ooh. Probably recency bias. I might go Sami versus Kevin. Because I actually recently watched both of their matches. Oh no, I didn't watch both of them. I watched Kevin versus Sami, obviously. And I watched the Kevin versus Cody just to watch it again. They were really good matches this year. Next one, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, Charlotte Flair versus Bayley. Ooh. Okay. I'll probably go John Cena versus Brock over that SummerSlam match. They probably should have done SummerSlam this year, then again, as like him as the champ, but then again, you couldn't put the championship on Brock. I don't know. Also, this is recorded just before the day of actually WrestlePalooza, so let's see what happens to that match. And it started the show. CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy, Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. I'm going Punk and Jeff Hardy because that feud, man, oh, it was so good. So good. Probably could win this actually. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, Adam Cole versus Finn Balor. These two are great. They really are. But Adam Cole and Finn Balor NXT, oh, I might have to go with that. They should have referenced Adam Cole in the Homecoming. They should have, like. Gunther versus Sheamus, or AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. I don't really remember much of AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe, to be honest. But Gunther and Sheamus, oh man. That WrestleMania match, I know Drew was in there. Was it Clash in Castle? Yeah, Clash in Castle. Damn, one of the best matches I've ever seen. So we'll do it now. Gunther versus Sheamus. Seth Rollins versus Drew. The Rock versus Triple H. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever seen The Rock versus Triple H. So I can't really comment on it. It could be great. It could be way better than this. But I'm going to go with Seth versus Drew. Because, man, that WrestleMania 40 match was good. Especially straight away with the Claymore. I thought it was over just like that, but you know. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns or John Cena versus CM Punk. This one's easy. Really easy. CM Punk, John Cena. Fun. One of the best matches of all time. That Raw and WrestleMania. Oh, before WrestleMania. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. Oh, I'm going to go with Rey Mysterio. Because John Cena and Bray Wyatt, it's okay, you know. But Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, oh, yeah. Brock versus Kurt, Asuka versus Shayna Baszler. Probably Brock. That's the thing, I'll shoot the star for. Oh, yeah. And he broke his neck. Or he did break his neck. Anyway. Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton versus Mick Foley. I'm probably going to go with Randy Orton and Mick Foley because this whole thing pretty much put Randy Orton on the map. The hardcore match, everything, yeah. We're going to go Randy. Seth and Cody was really good too. Seth never won. I don't think he did. There was 3 matches, I don't think he won any of them. And that match was crazy. The tore bicep, whatever. But Randy Orton versus, yeah, Mick Foley. Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper. Triple H versus Batista. Roddy was really good on the mic. Hulk obviously is, you know, Hulk. Triple H, Batista. I'll probably go with Triple H, to be honest. Because that was, you know, good. It's Evolution, they broke up. Yeah, we'll go with that. Cody versus Drew again? Oh, no. That was Cody versus Seth. Or Brett versus Owen. I wasn't around, obviously, because, you know, age and shit. I wasn't around for this, so I don't know. This could have been a banger. It probably is, to be honest. So I kind of want to vote for it, but I don't know. So, like, I know this was good. And tonight, actually, is their main eventing, so. Depends when I upload this. This could be tomorrow after editing and shit. So we could have a true champion. Roman versus Cody. Randy versus Triple H. This is, oh shit. Oh, what do I pick? Because Roman and Cody was revolutionary. It was great. You know, 2 years. He wins the Royal Rumble. He loses. Wins the Royal Rumble again. And then finally wins. Finishes his story. But Randy and Triple H, man, that was so much shit. Like, because Roman and Cody didn't really have much before those WrestleMania matches, I don't think. Because it was more of he won the Royal Rumble and he was like, yeah, I'm going to finish my story. Randy and Triple H actually had history before that. Ilya versus Gunther, Bret versus Stone Cold. Ooh, this is actually really hard. Because I did watch that match and it was great. This, you know, so the sharpshooter, yeah. And I watched this one as well recently. And that was really good. Probably go Stone Cold and Bret. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. I might go with Charlotte versus Becky because I really want this to be much better than it was. Because I won't lie, it's kind of being a letdown. Yeah. Like, it should be so much better. It really should be. But Charlotte versus Becky, we'll go with that. Daniel Bryan versus Authority, Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. I mean, this one was the whole, like, yes chant. No. I think he also had the yes chant. But this is like the huge WrestleMania moment. He got the main event WrestleMania against, was it Batista and... was it Randy Orton? Anyway, he ended up winning and yeah, we'll do that. Eddie Christian versus the Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys. Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe. Man, these guys, they've put on bangers. But this was a league of its own. And I think it's the first ladder match, I believe. We'll go with that. John Cena versus AJ Styles, Jack Gable versus Gunther. Okay, I know what I'm gonna pick, but first, Chad Gable versus Gunther, man. He should have been Sammy. WrestleMania should have been his moment. He should have won. It could have been the exact same story. Instead of like Sami Zayn being the underdog, which, well, no, man made it right to WrestleMania before that match. And then just to rip it out of like Chad Gable's hands and then Chad Gable turned heel, which was great. But man, it should have been him. He should have dethroned Gunther, but you know, John Cena versus AJ Styles. We watched that recently again. I think I watched the three of them. Yeah, they had trilogy. Yeah. So good, so good. The fact that we're not getting a match between them during the retirements is a joke. Sting versus Ric Flair. Undertaker versus Mankind. I'd never seen. Actually, yeah, is that like when he did? Oh, that's Sting. That's Sting. I was thinking of Dusty. Not Dusty. Goldust. But what's his other name? Dustin, is it? I think it's Dustin. We'll go Undertaker versus Mankind because you know that was crazy. John Cena, Randy Orton, Logan Paul versus LA Knight. Yeah, it's John versus Randy, man. They're like soulmates in wrestling. Like they are. They're like the same. Like they pretty much were brought up together. So we're going with that. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. Triple H versus Seth Rollins. We gotta go with Shawn Michaels. This one was kind of like, kind of forget about it. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm not really that fan of Seth, to be honest. Like, he's really good. But it's just, I don't know. We'll go Shawn Michaels. Mick Foley versus Triple H. Ronda versus Becky. Ooh. See, it feels like I'm being sexist because I might picked one winning. And that was Charlotte versus Becky. But I feel like that match was just... Then again, this is Rivals. This is not just a match. We'll go with this. Cody Rhodes versus Brock. The Rock versus Cena. Okay, I was waiting for this to come up. Cody versus Brock was great. It was good. I liked it. They got 3 matches, was it? They definitely got more than one. And then Cody won, and then like Brock did the unscripted moment where he like grabbed him, shook his hand, whatever. That was good. But Rock versus Cena, man, that was great. They actually had like heat backstage between each other and stuff. John Cena was calling them, you know, you're not here, I'm always here, and then, you know, look at him now. But it's completely different. Cena's a way better actor, I will say it. And once in a lifetime. And a year later, they did it again. Great. I bought that one. Because back then you had to actually pay for like pay-per-views, and they were called pay-per-views as well back then. But you'd have to pay like on Sky. And like you'd ring them up, you're like, hey look, I want to do this, here's my card details. Yeah. I was like, this is it, once in a lifetime. A year fucking later, they do it again. Kevin Owens versus Cody, Becky Lynch versus Bianca. Didn't Becky beat her in like really fast? In one of the matches? It's definitely not it because she actually has some like offense coming on. But Kevin versus Cody, man. Again, I watched that. I got into a weird mood of just watching good matches recently. I don't know why. But Kevin versus Cody, especially that ladder match, man. Oh fucking hell, that was crazy. The Alabama Slam. Oh, we're going with that. With that. Hulk Hogan versus Andre. Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. Okay. This obviously is still a huge moment in wrestling, even though it probably happens nearly every single week now, where the big guy is there and they just lift him and go, hey. But this is huge time. But Rhea and Bianca, that was. Oh. This is gonna be controversial. I feel like this was big for one moment, and it was the slam. This, this was good. We'll do that one. The Rock vs Stone Cold, Chris Jericho vs Kevin Owens. They were great together, man. They weren't they like a team or something, and they like he had the list, and he was the champion, and then they like obviously turned on each other. But this, hold on. Oh shit! I think we're actually coming down to the like the ones I picked left. We'll go Rock. Yeah, Bret Hart, Shawn. Sasha Banks versus Bailey. Oh, this is hard. Actually hard. Because they're good, obviously. Really fucking good, both of them. But these matches, man, they were bangers. They were really fucking good. Also, I think I've watched this probably once, twice. And this one I've seen more often, like, you know, just recency, like Mercedes Moné now. Bailey's still doing her thing. She's back being a hugger now, isn't she? Yeah, hugger Bailey. I don't know what to do. We'll do Brett. Rey Mysterio versus Dom, Mickey James versus Trish Stratus. Well, I wasn't there for that, so automatically I'll be picking Rey and Dom. I have no idea. Let me know if it was good. Because Trish was great. Mickey James, I don't know who Mickey James is. I'm sorry. She's probably like a legend or something. Probably is. But we'll go Rey and Dom. Ric Flair versus Randy Savage, Triple H versus Booker T. Man, that was crazy. The Triple H and Booker T thing. Oof. It was just racist. It was. But Ric Flair and Randy Savage. I never watched it. So we gotta go with Triple H, I guess. Oh, Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. Edge versus Seth Rollins. Okay. I mean NXT, man. Black and gold. I might go with Johnny, to be honest. Because Edge and Seth. We're gonna go with Johnny Tampa. We're gonna go with, yeah. Undertaker versus Brock. Lita versus Trish Stratus. I'm gonna pick Lita versus Trish because Brock should not have beaten Undertaker. Everyone knows that, so. But still, man. It's a joke that happened. Brock is Brock. You know? We're going Lita and Trish. John versus Randy. Seth versus Drew. We're going John versus Randy. So we're coming down to it now. Adam Cole versus Finn. Oh. I'm gonna go Adam Cole and Finn. Because that was just one big match. Triple H versus Shawn. Charlotte versus Becky. I'm gonna go Charlotte versus Becky. Because like they worked great. Like way better as DX. As a duo. Like they were one on one. I don't think so, to be honest. Cody versus Drew. Bret versus Stone Cold. I'm gonna go Bret and Stone Cold. Mick Foley, Brock versus Kurt. We'll go Mick Foley and Triple H. Kevin Owens. It's John Cena Punk. I'm sorry. It just is. Edge versus Christian. Yeah, we're gonna go Edge versus Christian. Sammy. Yeah. Yeah, we're going Vince, man. I don't know if Vince is, you know, but that feud, bro. Bret versus Shawn. Randy versus Mick. Ooh. Randy versus Mick. We'll go Randy. Rock versus Cena. Randy Orton versus Triple H. We'll go Rock and Cena. John Cena, Brock Lesnar, yeah, we're gonna go AJ Styles. Ah, Punk and Hardy, man. It's just it's so good. Triple H, Batista, Eddie and Ray. We'll do Eddie and Ray. Gunter versus Sheamus, Bianca. Oh, okay, we're going Hunter and Sheamus. The Rock, Stone Cold, Daniel Bryan, Authority. We're going Rock and Stone Cold. We're still going Eddie and Ray. We're going CM Punk and John Cena. We're going, yeah. CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy. Oh, yeah. John Cena versus AJ Styles. Oh, we're going John. They were just so good together. Gunter versus Sheamus, Vince. Okay, we're going Vince, Stone Cold. Damn, so this is it. I'm gonna go with Stone Cold and The Rock. Yeah. If I had to pick between those two, yeah. Preference Stone Cold, we're gonna go with the Hardys. And Dudley Boys and Edge. Christian, ooh. We'll go with that, man. That was huge. John and AJ, it was just so good. It's Punk and Hardy. Like, who else? Vince versus. Oh, shit. Damn. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. John Cena versus Punk. So good though, Punk versus Hardy, but Stone Cold and The Rock. I'll go with The Rock. And John Cena. It has to be John Cena Punk. Oh shit, I won. Alright. So that's who I picked. John Cena versus CM Punk. Man, those matches were so good. Honestly, my favorite rivals. Honestly, I could just. You've never seen those matches? Watch them. Was the Raw 1000? There was the Raw, obviously before WrestleMania. The winner faces The Rock. It should have been CM Punk. It really should have been, man. Think about it. If he main evented that year, he would have never left. So yeah, I picked CM Punk versus John Cena. It was just, I had to, man. I saw it down here, number 5, and I was like, that's probably going to be the winner, not gonna lie. I'll definitely put a link to the page so you can definitely do it yourself. Let me know what you get. And yeah, I definitely upset a lot of people.